Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow. I'm Mr. Icicle. I'm Mr. Ten Below.
Ding,
Friends
ding!
call me Snow Miser. Whatever I touch turns to snow in my clutch.
Come on, sing! Louder, come on, sing! Come on!
He's Mr.
Yes, come on, louder!
Mr. Snow.
Breezy. I'm feeling hot.
I find that unlikely.
Okay, so my hair is brittle and my skin is dry. I'd weather blizzards just to have you. You're the most perfect man I've ever known. What do you say we heat things up?
My passion, thoughts for my pride alone.
Ooh. Talk about your cold shoulder.
Frosty!
Yeah, boss.
Energy. Battling the bat exhausted my power. But I was successful nevertheless.
Absolutely, boss.
One more giant diamond of this size, and my freezing engine will be complete. I will freeze the city. Then I will hold Gotham ransom. Unless the city bows to my demands, it's winter forever here in Gotham. The city fathers will have no choice but to give me the billions I need to complete my research. So I can find a cure. Leave us.
Sure, boss.
We need quality time. Soon we will be together once more. Soon.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Trip Around Multiverse with your host, Kyle Charles and CY. And this is the final re-recorded intro to our Batman discussion. This is part 3, where I believe we've moved on to the Christian Bale films. I could be wrong, because, wow, this is a couple of weeks ago we recorded this. Yeah, I hope you all enjoy. Remember, just have fun. Batman's a great character, I guess. You know, that sounds really negative, but no, I like Batman. I prefer he's psychics, but whatever. Anyway, so let me get you back to the episode at hand and catch you guys in the outro. Bye.
Ever go, wait a minute, right, Penguin, when I see you with all these jabronis here, and they're all clowns, and some clown threatened me way back over there, when Batman rescued me. Oh.
Let me carry on my business. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Silly woman. Oh. Fun times.
Yeah, the one scene, right, as much as I was praising it way earlier, where Batman pie-faced Shrek,
Yeah.
when he took his Selena Kyle down, right?
Yeah.
And her mask, because her costume gets battered through the entire movie. I mean, she's only got one costume, so it makes sense there's battle damage, right?
Yeah.
So her hair's frazzled coming out of it and stuff like that. And so Batman's talking to Selena as Selena, right?
Yep.
And
As you do.
yeah, because at this point it's like, look, I'm trying to save you from your own demons, woman, right?
Yeah.
And we can go and live a happy life together or something like that, right? We can end this for both of us, right? The tragedy. So when he's got that black makeup around his eyes, because Batman does, yeah? To make his mask. And then somehow it cuts to a scene to Catwoman, then it cuts back, and Batman's eye makeup's gone as he pulls his mask off.
Yeah.
And it's like you can see the flesh around his eye, like the flesh tone color.
Yeah.
I'm like, that pulls me out of it. But the simplest solution, right? I don't know why they didn't just do that. Was so they have the eye makeup, right, on the scenes And then when it cuts to Catwoman, it cuts back to Batman. Just have his hand over his eyes area to reach for his mask already, and then pull it because he was going to take his mask off anyways. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he could have just obscured his eyes until the point where he's ripped his mask off. And by the time he's ripped his mask off, you don't go, "Oh, where's his eye makeup gone?" You just let it slide after that.
Yeah, you kind of just forget, but yeah.
Yeah. But they show him with the eye makeup that disappears, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And then Max Shrek, right? But Bruce Wayne, what are you doing dressed up as Batman?
Idiot. Sorry, I just realized that.
Yeah, that's what Catwoman says. Because he is Batman, you moron. And then he says, Celine Kyle, you're fired. Like, what? You have the power to do nothing right now, Shrek. You're in a life and death situation, yeah? And you just be petty.
Yep.
You're not helping your case whatsoever.
No, if anything, you're making it worse. Yeah. And everything that happens to you next is kind of your deserve, you know?
He's like, all right, what am I going to do? Batman hasn't got his mask on. I'm going to shoot him.
Yeah.
Fair enough, right? I mean, because they're the only people that can incriminate you.
Yeah.
You shoot Batman. He goes down. Catwoman's like, oh, you got enough bullets to finish me off? And he's like, well, then one way to find out. And then he just starts shooting at her. Strange enough, he's accurate to shoot Batman in his head area. Right? It was like skinned his neck or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But you can shoot him somehow when his mask come off, right? But you don't seem to be able to aim at Catwoman.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit her in the leg and the torso and stuff like that, right? But you're like, right. But she's closer to you than Batman, and yet you had to aim for a certain amount of area. Yeah. Why are you aiming for her thigh?
Because he's a moron.
Well, not only that, I think he's a bit of a sadist as well, because he's like, he's deliberately actually moving the gun to cause as much pain as possible, I think, right?
Yeah. Because
it's not like he's holding it in one direction and just shooting that trying to hit as much in the torso upper area. He's just like bam, 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 and he's actually moving. So when she like electrifies him with that stun gun kiss, that she's holding onto live wires as well. Like, well, you got what you deserved at that point.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of funny how when Batman's so he pulls off the mask, and then Vita Penguin's like, oh, without the mask, you're actually kind of handsome. But I think before that, he was like, having an issue with him because like, you have to wear a mask to be a freak. Well, I was born, you're just jealous of me and stuff like that. Yeah. I was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, this guy's gone off the deep end. The Penguin, I mean, not that he had much to go to get past the deep end, but he's actually fallen so far off. He's like, okay, Penguin, what makes you think you can fight the Batman?
Yeah, exactly.
Not even if you haven't seen the Batman's fighting ability or whatever like that. But you're like half his height, half his size. He's in armor. You're in pajamas.
Yeah, how are you going to fight this dude?
Yeah. But it's actually a little comical fight as well. It's just like really just trying to jump and splash him. What? Yeah. Oh, and then when he's coughing up blood, the Penguin as well, where it's black blood or black and green blood. Or something
it's like, ooh, didn't know.
That's what I'm saying is,
do that.
Those villains are kind of creepy for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas, so the creepiest thing that happened in Batman Forever is when Batman decided. So, do you mind just explaining what the Riddler's plan was?
To mind control everyone in. It's just Gotham or the world?
Well, yeah. Let's just say Gotham for this.
Let's say Gotham because that makes more sense. I don't know how we could do it to the whole world.
Yeah.
Yeah, through this machine that he made that gave him his power. Wait, that's another weird thing. The Riddler kind of has powers in Batman Forever.
Well, so he created this device to give out Enigma TVs or whatever, right?
Yeah.
To absorb the knowledge of the people that are watching the TV.
Yeah.
As far as I know, right?
Because it's kind of like some weird augmented reality thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when he's sitting in his throne room underneath this big device that's giving him the brain signals, but he doesn't do. Yeah, this is a wacky plan. It's like it makes no sense.
Yeah.
I understand why you want to take the knowledge. Fair enough, yeah. but you're sticking it into your head. You're sticking like the suction cup in your head, right?
Yeah.
And then Two-Face is taking it off you, sticking it in his head, and
Yeah.
you're just kind of like, where is exactly
You trying to do?
your aim? Yeah.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Batman goes in his sonar suit to that, and he gives the Riddler one riddle.
Yeah.
I'm blind, but I can see. I can't remember exactly what it was, but the
Yeah.
answer to it was a bat, right?
Yeah.
And then Batman says you're correct, and he switches the sonar on and throws the batarang, which circles around and then hits the glass containment thingamajig that's housing all people's brainwaves or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it just directly downloads to the Riddler's brain, and he's getting that wavy Kane effect when Kane takes off the mask. And he's like, bummer, because he just realized his head's going to explode. Well, not his mind is going to probably explode from all that knowledge. I don't know exactly.
Something
right?
like that.
And then when after Batman's dealt with Two-Face and they find the remnants of the Riddler, he's like just kind of cowering with his body kind of frazzled and his hair, I don't want to say burn off half his head or something like that.
It just looks like he's melting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's weird.
Right. And then at the very end, where he's in Arkham Asylum and he wants to tell, he's got a secret that he only gives to Dr. Chase Meridian for some reason.
Yeah.
And the secret is that
I'm the Batman.
yeah, Riddler's Batman. He's crazy. Ooh,
Yeah.
wacky.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I mean, to be fair, he always wanted to be Bruce Wayne through the entire movie. He styled his hair like Bruce Wayne. He put fake glasses on. He put a mole on like Val Kilmer's Bruce Wayne had.
Yeah.
Holding the galas, like Wayne Tech and stuff like that. So, in a way, it makes sense because Bruce Wayne is Batman, and now he thinks he's Batman.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah. Did they deliberately do that, or do you think they just kind of lucked onto it because it was like, oh, it's crazy Joker, his crazy Riddler behavior. He's Batman. Ooh.
I'm gonna say they lucked into it.
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah. I think as I was reiterating to you, that's the first time my own logic I realized. Wait a minute, it seemed to be. Yeah. Unless they're gonna say, now the producers of Batman Forever are going to say, we are the geniuses all along.
Yeah.
You people took about 30 years to get our plot point.
Yeah. But
you people are trash. Our film's genius.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like, no.
I mean, hey, okay, you got me good.
Yeah, you got
me.
me.
Russo swerve on me.
Yeah. Because you like luckily stumbled into something great. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Any closing thoughts about any particular one of these films?
After speaking about them, I don't think I'll be going back to watch any of these films anytime soon. As bad as
really?
that sounds, yeah.
Let me just ask you.
Yeah.
Including the Nolan films, right?
Yeah.
I used to think, right? Obviously, I like Batman Begins the best of all these Batman films, right?
Yeah.
But I used to think Batman Returns was better than Batman Begins.
Really?
Yeah, and I think that's mainly because there's the Batman Catwoman thing going on.
Yeah.
Right. Because and that Batman Begins was more of a character drama, crime thing. But these films are more outlandish superhero films. And I will say I like the tone of the Tim Burton films, even though some of them like the aesthetic look of it. However, obviously, you come to realize Batman Begins has the best story out of all of these. And it got random Ra's al Ghul. I say random, but not many people know Ra's al Ghul, and he got him over with the casuals.
Yeah. I'll have to agree with you, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably the best one.
Yeah.
Story wise.
Yeah. But I like the adventuring tone of Batman Returns.
Yeah.
Any comments you want to make?
No, like I said, I probably will never watch any again. for a
Why
while.
you say that? Why you say
I
that?
don't know. It just, I don't know. It just feel pretty dated to me. I don't know.
Well, no. I have to say, I think Batman 89 and Batman 92 don't aren't necessarily specific to an era.
They are.
What date? Okay, so I say what dates them, but not in a aggressive manner that I'm questioning. But I'm just like off the top of my head, I don't think, other than not having mobile phones and stuff like that, like technology wise.
No, because like I would say with the original with Batman 89,
Yeah.
how Gotham is set up in that, it kind of dates itself. Even looks dated then.
No, but it's like a 18th century architecture.
I get that, but like I don't know, like even it feels like in that film is set in before the 80s. Like some of the stuff they do feels like kind of really 1950s ish.
Okay.
But I don't know. That might just be me weirdly putting that in my head. But I don't know. It just feels weird. Like it seems like there's a big gap between that and
I think
Batman
it
Returns.
might be because of how they do they got mobsters and crime bosses and stuff like that. I will say the Joel Schumacher films, Batman films, are definitely of a specific era.
Yeah, they are.
Because neon colored biker gangs, Robin has a earring, like a stud ring on his ear.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Just
I guess like that's Batman and Forever and Batman. Well, Batman Forever is just shouts out edgy 90s, isn't it? Like
yeah. Or tries to, anyways.
Yeah. I won't watch that anytime soon. I don't know. I just can't with these films.
Well, if any of these films come on the TV, I would look. I want to say some of these films I'll watch and be engaged in. Some of them I'll watch to entertain myself, or be amused, right?
Yeah.
But like yourself, probably I don't know if I'll sit down and put them on.
Yeah, watch them willingly. Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, like at least the Tim Burton Batman films, I probably would watch willingly.
Okay. Yeah.
But there are better Batman films now. Yeah. I do like the look of the Tim Burton films, though. They're good with that, and some of the takes are a bit. Some of the takes on certain characters are a bit, out there. But
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. I think because of the recent Batman films, they kind of like spoilt my enjoyment of certain things.
Well, yeah, there's two. So you got the Chris Nolan Batman films. You got the Zack Snyder DC Batman films.
Yeah.
And then you got the Matt Reeves ones.
Yeah.
So it's just like, we got quite a bit of that going about.
Yeah.
All different takes somehow, right? These different directors have different versions of Batman.
Yeah, of their Batman. Yeah.
which is fine, right?
Yeah.
But it's just like, oh, okay. Fair enough. You see how they can chop and change at each person's, not whims, but style?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's a Batman on film. No, okay. No, I correct myself.
All right.
The only Batman on film that hasn't killed anyone is the Matt Reeves Batman.
Yeah.
No, hold on. Wait. Val Kilmer, did he kill people?
No, I don't think he did.
Adam West didn't kill people either, right?
Probably not.
Okay.
Or he might have, but who knows?
Well, okay, let me see. Wacky 60s Adventures, yeah?
Yeah.
Sometimes, I mean, and it's not to be taken seriously, but when something happens, right?
Yeah.
To someone, and you're like, oh, that's just, clownish behavior. But really, actually, something could have really bad happened to them.
Yeah.
So maybe something did happen to someone, right? And you're meant to laugh at it, but could be a serious injury.
Yeah.
One thing we didn't speak about, but we'll get into in just a sec. So in Batman and Robin, you're gonna hate it, right?
Yeah.
When Robin makes the appearance at the museum,
Yeah.
somehow, right, when he smashes through the door, he doesn't knock the doors down. He knocks a Robin signal out of the door, like the cutout.
Yeah.
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 But in Batman and Robin, I don't think they kill anyone either, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, them two light-hearted Batman. But I would say Christian Bale's Batman. Well, if you want to say he killed all them ninjas in Ra's al Ghul's tower.
Well, he didn't do it. Batman didn't kill him. Bruce Wayne killed him.
No, but yeah, I would argue this as well. I would argue this, yeah? It's danger.
Yeah.
You can clearly see something's on fire. Right?
Yeah.
Or explosions happening and stuff like that. And then you're running towards it, you're killing yourself.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
I mean, you can't. Yes, okay, no. The argument is yes, he did cause it, blah blah blah, right?
Mm.
But when you be concerned about yourself and run out of a burning building,
Yeah, exactly. If you stay there, it's kind of your own fault.
yeah.
Yeah.
He also let Ra's al Ghul die. No, he didn't let Ra's al Ghul die. He just didn't save him, right?
Yeah. My favorite line in any movie: "I don't have to kill you, but I don't have to save you." I was like,
Yeah.
he's got a point.
Yeah. He accidentally. I know people say he killed Harvey Dent, Two-Face, but that was more of an accident because he went to rescue the boy.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say he killed him. In all fairness.
Yeah, he went to rescue the boy. I want to say Harvey was collateral damage, but his priority was like saving the kid. And
Yeah, but either way, even if Harvey would have died either way anyway, so
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think he killed anyone in Dark Knight Rises.
No.
So, but then again, Zack Snyder makes his DCU Batman debut thing, and Batman's just making up for all the times he didn't kill people. It's like, oh, you know what? My kill quota is kind of down.
Wait, I'm curious. How many people did he actually kill in that?
Well, you know what?
Right.
I mean, I don't want to count it, but he probably killed half the movie's worth of people. Oh, you type it? Are you trying to?
Yeah.
How many? Oh, no. Okay. To be fair, he murdered vehicles and caused a lot of damage, but I'm sure there were people in those vehicles as well. And some of the damage that people took, they ain't getting up from.
Alright, apparently, in Zack Snyder's gritty portrayal of Batman resulted in character racking up roughly 10 kills in Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. Okay.
Only 10.
Well, another source said 6. So, it's between 10 and 6. These people we
Wow,
killed.
that seems very little for the amount of damage that he did do.
Yeah, I know in that warehouse fight scene, he probably crippled about half of those people.
Well, that jabroni, right? Who had a grenade, and he's looked at Batman, right? He's looked at all his cohorts there fighting Batman. He's like, what I'm going to do is throw a grenade at the guy.
Yeah.
And then when Batman kicks the guy into him,
Yeah.
and the grenade flies out of his hand, instead of going, all right, I better get away from this grenade,
Yeah.
roll, jump out of the way. No, I'm going to go towards a grenade.
Yeah.
I mean, I know his logic was if he stops the pin, whatever, but how are you going to do that?
In that short time, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You're better off trying to get out.
Yeah. Silly.
Or kicking it away or something. Swatting it away.
Yeah.
Whatever. 10 seems kind of low, but then I guess you can't definitively say how many people were in specific vehicles.
Yeah.
And the vehicles were getting trashed.
Yeah. Plus, they were collateral damage. So, it's not like he put a gun to their head and shot them. So,
Well, I mean, some of them.
Yeah.
Well, he definitely killed that one guy with the flamethrower.
Nah, he killed himself.
Well, you mean so he shot the flamethrower, right? And the guy didn't get the flamethrower off in time.
Yeah.
Therefore, okay, you can apply that logic.
Yeah, then you can apply it to that.
All right. I mean, all right.
Plus, you had to save Martha. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. And I have to say, what is quite good in these portrayals of Batman is, especially the Keaton ones, right? Come off with the same vibe as the Ben Affleck ones. Like, as in, I will do a lot of damage to you in a short amount of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could actually kill you. And in some cases he does, right? But my point is, right? They come off as quite frightening characters, in a way, like threatening characters. Yeah. Yeah. So that's good on them. I I know like Ben Affleck's suit is big and bulky, yeah, and Michael Keaton's is not, and he's not a big and bulky guy either. But Michael Keaton's Batman looked like Bruce Wayne / Batman. Well, it's definitely his Batman. Looks like he will damage you.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, much I like Keaton Batman stuff.
Yeah,
he doesn't look intimidating whatsoever.
As Batman.
Yeah,
Sorry?
he doesn't look intimidating to me. Just like,
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think?
Nah.
You mean it doesn't look friendly to you compared to other Batmans, or just doesn't straight up? You don't think that black suit with the yellow oval and stuff like that just looks like
it's not even just him. All him, Kilmer, and
Clooney.
Like wearing a Batman costume, they don't look intimidating to me whatsoever. It's like, oh, just like people in a suit.
Okay, so at what point for you do the bat suits start being a bit more give the symbol of, I don't want to say the symbol of fear as they're meant to be being, but you know what I mean, to give the vibes of a dude coming to threaten you, hurt you, or you know the true Batman vibes.
Like as much again, I like the Batman costume in like the beginnings and all that, but even then, it just looked like some guy in a tactical suit.
Yeah. Especially see. The Dark Knight suit looked good, but it did look way more tech than it should.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't until, like, Ben Affleck's costume, it's like, this was like a guy that would just murder you and not care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which exactly was what it was.
Yeah. It seemed more of like a Batman costume to me, because, okay.
And it's actually very similar to the Dark Knight Return costume that Ben Affleck's Batman did look.
Yeah.
You know that after the Nightfall storyline, the Night Quest storyline where Batman got back his Batman identity off Jean Paul Valley.
Yeah.
The comics Batman suits imitated the Keaton suits.
Oh, I know that.
It went full black with the yellow oval.
Oh. Lame.
Oh my goodness.
I hate the yellow oval. I don't know why, I just don't like it.
I like it because it gives. I don't know about the yellow belt, by the way, right?
Yeah,
that's a bit weird.
Yeah.
But I like it. I like the yellow oval because it's like when he's standing in the shadows, it gives a good silhouette.
Yeah, it does.
Because you only see that section of it. Like,
yeah.
Yes, light does not work that way, right?
Yeah, of course.
But you know, so when he's standing in the background, because you would have thought if you would have seen his yellow belt as well, but no one colors that in, or the white section of his face or the white eyes, or whatever. No, but no one cares about that, right?
Yeah.
All we care is that yellow oval sticks out.
Yeah. I don't know. I've always just preferred like just the bat symbol. Yeah. Or even like the newest one where he's got the bat symbol, it's got like yellow outline around it. The yellow oval bit, I don't know, I just don't get it.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, right? I prefer the yellow oval because the other suits that don't have it, aside from the black suits that don't have it, look a bit weird because when you just see it as a outline,
yeah,
it's got nothing to it. It's got no color.
No.
Like, I know the sections of light hit the Batman Begins suit and the Dark Knight suit to give it more texture.
Yeah.
Or you know, sectioned off or something to give it something, right? For the eye to draw to.
Yeah.
But the Ben Affleck one has the light and dark colors to it.
Yeah.
It's like dark grey with the black.
I think I just like the grey suit in general. Yeah, maybe boy is because the black one just looks weird. Like when you think about it practically, like seeing a black suit at night, like I can't see you, dude. What is this? I mean, I don't know. It's weird. Stealth-wise, it makes sense. But...
Yes, I was gonna say it blends.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to? We'll close off. For now.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah.
I mean, unless you got. I mean, there's probably more stuff we could cover, right?
Yeah, probably more, but we'll be here forever.
Yes, exactly. Like Batman, we'll be here forever.
Yeah.
And you were saying about Batman Triumphant, where I think Madonna was going to be Harley Quinn, and the ghost of the Joker was going to come back to haunt, or was that the one with the Scarecrow? Depending on which version and who was directing it. No, I believe this is the one where Scarecrow was gonna cause hallucinations with Batman, where he thinks the Jack Nicholson Joker has come back to get him.
Yeah, some craziness like that. Yeah.
But what's weird like that is it'll work if it's a Michael Keaton sequel, right? But it won't work with the others because they kind of pretend to ignore it.
Yeah. It was weird. Yeah, it would have been weird to see though. There's some universe out there where this film was made.
Yeah, what Batman Triumphant?
Yeah, and it probably was a box office smash.
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah. Oh, that reminds me. There was one trailer, right?
Yeah.
I'll have to verbalize it and then get to the end because otherwise I'll spoil the lead into it. Yeah.
All
right. So this was around, I think after Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
And then it had the mansion.
And
then it was talking about the voice narration that had bats flying over everything, and it's like the world's greatest hero returns for whatever. It goes into the doorway, moves around the mansion house and stuff like you go into the grandfather clock with but it turns around into the living room, and then you see the silhouette of a bat shape.
Yeah.
Right. And then what happens is, because it's got the ears, right? You're like, all right, but then you're like, wait a minute, just a second. Is Bruce Wayne walking around Wayne Mansion in a bat suit? That doesn't make any sense, right? Also, at this time period, you're like, how come I haven't heard there's a new Batman film coming out, right?
Yeah.
Then the character turns into the light, yeah, and it's Scooby Doo. So this was like the James Gunn written the James Gunn Scooby Doo film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where it was like, oh, it's a swerve. We made you think there was a new Batman film coming out, but it wasn't. Do you remember watching that trailer?
No.
Okay, fair enough. That trailer does exist, right? Maybe you'll find it online or something. But it's like similar to when do you remember the trailer for The Other Guys? Have you seen The Other Guys?
Yeah.
Do you remember the trailer for it?
No.
The trailer for it had The Rock and Samuel L. Jackson teaming up.
Yeah.
And just playing their scenes like in the actual Other Guys where they only had like 7 minutes of screen time or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, how come I didn't know there was a film coming out of The Rock and Samuel L. Jackson teaming up? Because this would be one bombastic film, right?
Yeah.
But no, it was a trailer for another. It's the leading trailer for another film. Oh, that's why.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, but that also leads me to the trailer for Batman Begins.
Yeah.
Right. If you remember watching it, it had Christian Bale obviously and Michael Caine, right, talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
And talking about if he found something, if he found what he was searching for in his life and whatever, right?
Yeah.
And that the darkness that was coming after him. I don't want to say I was making it sound like a character drama or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then at the very end of that the teaser trailer, it's about 30 seconds long. You had the bat costume flash up.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay. Not that they tried to trick you as well. But it was like, okay, this is gonna be this is a Batman film.
Yeah.
But we lead in with the character stuff. Like, okay.
Like, sure.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes the trailers are inventive like that, where they capture attention. You wonder what's going on and what it is, and then it's not what it is. It's something else.
Yeah.
Because you would have thought that Michael Keaton and Christian Bale will be in a Batman film.
Yeah.
Especially when they don't show any Batman style stuff.
Yeah.
So, but I like how they did it because it is more of a character drama. Crime film. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And maybe check them out a bit later.
Yeah, I will.
It's
quite cool.
But that will be us.
Yeah.
Signing off.
Signing off.
A
very
Bat-centric episode.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Same Bat channel, same Bat time, right?
Yeah.
Did you watch the series, by the way? Did you watch the 1966 series?
I remember watching it on Channel 4 at 6 o'clock on a certain day. Yeah.
Which is funny because would you say that's your first introduction to Batman? Was actually the series?
I believe so. Yeah.
It's strange, isn't it? Because then when you're reading comics at the time, you're like, wait a minute.
Batman's
Batman
nothing
is
like
definitely-
this in the comics.
yeah. He ain't cracking jokes. He ain't
No.
punching people with sound effects. I mean, he is punching people with sound effects in the comics, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's actually quite a dark character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which actually, okay, I know. We keep trying to sign off, but the one last thing here, right? In the comics,
Alright.
he wears his like it's cut to the 1966 thing where he can wear his spandex underneath
Yeah.
his costume. I mean his Bruce Wayne gear, right?
Yeah.
And I know in some Nightfall, some of the when he's fighting Poison Ivy, underneath his tux, he's got the Batman costume.
Which could never
Right.
work. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but it's the spandex costume at this time, right?
Yeah.
Which is weird because they're gonna fight. Yeah, whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you're saying, they should never work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I think at some point they have to armor up, but like you said, yeah, you can't wear a costume on top of a costume, like especially when we saw Patterson,
Yeah.
Robert Patterson, wear a hoodie over his back costume. He looked like a bulky
Yeah.
mini Hulk.
Yeah. Which is hilarious.
Yeah, so it's just like you can't Batman, you can't. But then it's like, yeah. I mean, it's good on the Christian Bale Batman because he has the Batcave in Wayne Manor, but he
Yeah.
also has a Batcave
The
in his
loft and all that
penthouse.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like in the comics now that he has wears the armored suit.
Yeah.
Right. But he's got mini Batcaves all around in Gotham somewhere.
Yeah.
Like the sewers or whatever Wayne building he has or Wayne hotel he has or stuff like that.
Yeah.
He can easily access them. It just makes a lot more sense rather than going, oh, there's a crime. I'm going to drive 14 miles out to Wayne Manor and then drive back.
Yeah.
It's logistically just not sound.
Nope.
The crime's finished by the time he comes back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I always thought that was hilarious as well.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, he hears about the crime, it takes like 10 minutes to suit up or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he's got to drive like 14 miles, get to Gotham, and then whatever distance after that to get to the incident. Yeah, it's just...
Would you say them costumes, they don't seem like they only take 10 minutes to get in and out of?
No, he needs help getting into those. So,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
He needs a team
Oh,
of
I'm
people.
saying is, have you ever worn a scuba suit?
No, just because the sheer fact it takes forever to put on.
Well, yeah. But when you take it off, right, all you need to do is put some water inside the mid layer, and then you can just put it down from the top,
Yeah.
and it'll come off,
Okay.
which is logical, right?
Yeah.
But, and I know these suits look like some of them are made of rubber suits and whatever, zips, whatever you want to put it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like, wow, I wonder in verse how long it takes them to put those costumes on, especially the one in the coat hanger, right? So you're telling me the coat hanger, so it zips up, right?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you put the headpiece on?
Yeah.
And the boots? Yeah.
Yeah. Saying it takes a team for him to put that on. You can't do it on your own.
Yeah.
It's a lie,
Do you prefer, I know you, like in the Batman 89, Batman, like, you know the ones that are sculpted like bodies, right?
Yeah.
6-pack and whatnot. Or do you prefer the ones that look a bit more tactical? Or, you know the one that Ben Affleck wears where it's got bulk?
Yeah.
Or you know the one that says where like Robert Pattinson wears? I prefer the ones that don't look like they're sculpted off human bodies, like Greek
Yeah,
statues
no,
and
I
stuff
can't.
like that. It's a bit like, all right,
weird.
So is it kind of a naked black man suit, but not? I'd rather have it look a bit like armor-ish, but not too. It doesn't need to look too much like armor,
No.
right? It just doesn't need to look like.
You got fake pecs and abs. Yeah. Don't need that.
That's
crap.
just like,
Yeah.
what? I mean, unless you have unless he's like Finn Balor built, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
But the costumes that look like, I know, okay, in comics they're drawn like naked bodies but colored in like costumes, yeah.
Yeah.
Fine, right? That's how you have to draw things conveniently, like in the body shape, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But even then, Christopher Reeve wore spandex, and you never saw the outline of his six-pack and whatnot. Like,
No.
you know.
Yeah.
So why does it? Yeah, why do you need to? Them suits that look like bodies are just not practical. It's like it's not your actual body.
No.
Why? Well, yeah. So I don't know why they did that. Yeah.
But with the Superman one, the Christopher Reeve one, you can sort of get around because he's got natural super strength. He doesn't need to look bulky. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, but even when.
But even so, it's. Yeah.
Oh well, not necessarily just Batman suits, because even with the Henry Cavill Superman suit.
Yeah, I think
The
half of
highlights
that
of where his
was.
muscles are, and it's just like, yeah, but in a Man of Steel suit, it didn't have that. But I think later, like in Batman vs Superman and Justice League and stuff, it's just like, you're telling me the suit got more and more tighter, and that's how you see his musculature?
Hell
That doesn't make
yeah.
sense, because I'm sure that suit's got some thickness of material.
I don't know, man. I think that's all Henry Cavill, man.
I mean, like, is he just wearing Under Armour? If he is, all right,
Yeah.
that's how I can see his leg muscles. But then that doesn't make sense, because if you're what you're wearing is so tight, I can see your six pack, your veins on your arms, and your shoulder muscles and stuff like that. Why does everything disappear around your groin region? Do you just not have a groin?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it never made sense to me. It's just like,
No, it doesn't.
I don't want to say, if you're going to go in, you're going to go all in. But you should never make it look like I can see your muscles.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, well, then where are your other anatomy?
Yeah.
And no one wants to see it, right? No one wants to be like a Dr. Manhattan flapping about in your face, yeah?
God, no.
But it's just like, so you guys deliberately did it, and had that missing?
Maybe.
Why is your suit so tight?
For the women, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean, but then at that point, why didn't you just have Henry Cavill in spandex? So
Because
why did you just paint Henry Cavill's body blue?
Because then be like, this is cheap and stupid. This film costs like $150 million. Why are you cheaping out just painting dude blue? You know? Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's got to look, the suit's got to look extravagant, you know.
Yeah. Money.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. So that's. Oh. Yeah. Okay. I was going to bring some more stuff, but no. We're going to off. Yeah. So that's us for this extended episode of A Trip Around the Multiverse.
Yeah.
I'm the man who's, well, according to you, not very intimidating at 5'7" and whatnot. But I will break bones and throw people into acid and knock strap bombs to people and knock them into sewers and set fire to them, like crazy maniac that I am, because I'm nuts.
Yeah.
See what, John?
And I'm the guy who will say to my ward that jump's too short for you to. You're not going to make that jump, so I'm going to switch off the engine of your motorbike so you can die, and I will take full blame for
I'll
it.
make sure you don't make that jump. Yeah.
Oh, stupid. Kyle Charles, and thank you for listening to this episode. Remember to leave us a review if you can. Like and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. All the information for that will be in the description down below. That's all I can really say at the moment because my brain is bleeding from all this. But yeah, and yes, well, we'll catch you guys next time. And thank you for taking a trip with us around Multiverse. Bye.
Bye.
I could have made that jump.
And you could have splattered your brains all over the side of the building.
You know, in the circus, the Flying Graysons were a team. We had to trust each person to do his job. That's what being partners is all about. Sometimes counting on someone else is the only way you win.
Your head wasn't even on the job. All you could think about was Poison Ivy.
You just can't stand that maybe she wanted me instead of you. I mean, that's your idea of friendship, isn't it, Bruce? It's your house, it's your rules. I mean, it's your way or the highway. It's Batman and Robin, not Robin and Batman. And I'm sick of it.
Yes, it's my rules. My rules that keep us alive, and if you want to stay in this house and on this team, you will abide by them.
This is no partnership. You're never gonna trust me.